Hey, everyone, ever wondered about the enormous impact institutional investors can make in the world of stocks? Imagine a single investment firm upping their shares in a company by over 65% in just one quarter. Now, imagine that company being a revolutionary player in the electric vehicle industry like Rivian Automotive. Intrigued? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. Well, let's dive into it. Rivian opened the trading session on July 31, 2023, with a little uncertainty. The opening price was just a smidge above the previous close, at $27.01 versus $26.94, suggesting a bit of optimism from the market. However, the early bears tried to take control, driving the price down to a daily low of $26.61. Interestingly, this price was above the first downside surge signal of $26.36. This indicates a bit of resistance against the bearish sentiment, as the stock didn't quite fall as far as some traders may have expected or planned for. Things began to heat up after this initial dip. The bulls, shrugging off the early setback, managed to rally the stock price to a daily high of $27.78. What's worth noting here is how this figure interacted with the surge signals to the upside. The stock price actually surpassed the first surge signal at $27.50, but couldn't break past the second one at $28.05. This reflects a strong bullish sentiment, yet with a hint of caution among investors who may have been expecting or waiting for a further upside movement. By the end of the trading session, the closing price ended up at $27.64. Providing a percentage change of 2.6%. This is a solid positive day, considering the 4.33% trading range. It shows that the bullish sentiment eventually won out, but not without a fight. The volume of trading was also notable. The actual volume for the day was 37,490,725, which is significantly lower than the average daily volume of 72,036,102. Lower volume can sometimes suggest less conviction behind the price movement, but given the positive price movement, it might simply reflect a normal variation in daily trading activity. Overall, the price action for Rivian stock on this day suggests a tug-of-war between bullish and bearish sentiment, with the bulls pulling out a modest victory. However, the inability to break past the second upside surge signal and the lower than average volume might suggest some caution, or uncertainty remains in the market. As always, it'll be interesting to see how these dynamics play out in future sessions. I've got some interesting Rivian news to share today. Let's delve into it, shall we? Firstly, the most apparent aspect of the news is the increased investment in Rivian by Axxcess Wealth Management LLC, a 65.8% rise in holdings during the first quarter, but that's not all. There is a broader pattern of institutional investors and hedge funds increasing their stakes in the company. Significant names include Vanguard Group Incorporated, State Street Corp., Decode Capital Management LLC, and Myri Asset Global Investments Company Limited. The substantial increase in holdings by these investment firms speaks to a growing confidence in Rivian's prospects, which could bode well for the company's stock value. Institutional investors are often seen as smart money. Their moves can influence the market sentiment and, consequently, the stock's price. The other essential element here is Rivian's financial performance. The company reported a better-than-expected quarterly loss, with earnings per share of -$1.25, exceeding analysts' consensus estimates of -$1.51. This beat, albeit a negative figure, shows that Rivian is making progress towards profitability faster than anticipated. Moreover, the company's revenue surged by a staggering 595.8% year-over-year, further indicating growth in its core business. This positive performance can act as a potent catalyst for stock price appreciation. From a balance sheet perspective, the company has a healthy current ratio of 5.88 and a quick ratio of 5.08. These are promising signs of good short-term financial health, which, coupled with a relatively low debt-to-equity ratio, suggests that Rivian is well positioned to navigate economic headwinds. Such stability often plays a crucial role in reassuring investors and can positively influence the stock price. Another important consideration is the market's perception. Brokerages such as Needham & Company LLC and Mizuho have recently increased their price targets for Rivian, signaling a bullish outlook. The consensus rating based on data from MarketBeat stands at a moderate buy. This generally positive sentiment can lead to increased buying pressure, pushing up the stock's price. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are insider transactions to consider. Rivian CAO, Jeff Baker, and CFO, Claire McDonough, sold significant chunks of their shares. These sales might raise eyebrows and sow seeds of doubt among potential investors, even though insiders sell for various reasons, not always related to a lack of confidence in the company. In conclusion, the heightened institutional interest, strong financial performance, healthy balance sheet, and positive market sentiment suggest that the price of Rivian stock may well be on the rise. However, investors must also be cognizant of the insider transactions and the fact that the market's perception can change quickly based on a multitude of factors. Despite this, it seems the scales tilt more towards a potential increase in Rivian's stock value, barring any significant unforeseen negative developments. It will be intriguing to watch how the market responds in the upcoming trading sessions. Let's dissect these surge signals. Firstly, surge signals are essentially price points that, if breached, can confirm a directional move for the stock. They work like milestones on the road of trading. Once crossed, they often signal the potential for more momentum in that direction. Starting with the upward surge signals at $27.75, $28.58, and $29.29. These levels are important since they could act as psychological barriers or resistance levels. If Rivian's stock price moves up and crosses the first surge signal at $27.75, it would indicate that buyers are gaining control and there could be an upward trend. But keep in mind, a single surge signal being breached is not a definitive confirmation of a trend. It just suggests increased bullish momentum. If the price continues to rise and breaks the second surge signal at $28.58, it would further confirm this bullish momentum. Now if the stock keeps this up and surpasses the third signal at $29.29, it would suggest that buyers are firmly in control, potentially leading to a strong upward trend for the day. Conversely, let's discuss the downward surge signals at $27.04, $26.21, and $25.50. If the stock starts to slide and crosses the first downward signal at $27.04, it might be an early indication that sellers are taking the upper hand, potentially leading to a bearish trend. If this downward movement continues and the stock price breaches the second signal at $26.21, it would be a stronger indication of bearish momentum. And if the price goes so far as to break through the third signal at $25.50, it's quite a clear sign that sellers are in control, potentially leading to a strong downtrend for the day. It's crucial to remember that these surge signals are just that, signals. They're not guarantees. They're tools traders use to gauge momentum and potential trends. Market conditions, news, and investor sentiment can all influence whether or not these surge signals come into play during the trading day. Traders often use these signals in combination with other technical analysis tools and indicators to make their trading decisions. That's a wrap for today's deep dive into Rivian's recent investor activity. It's amazing how much a single move from an investment firm can shake things up. If you found this analysis helpful, do us a favor, click that like button, it really helps us out. And while you're at it, why not subscribe to stay updated on all things stocks and investing? Now, before you go, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. How do you think this increased investment will impact Rivian's future performance? Do you see a surge in their stock price on the horizon? Let's get the conversation started.